Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about the new forthcoming microlight or glider into PubG. This arrives on the Xbox into the new patch, which will come on the 31st of January. Starts off with my first test drive of the microlight, and I decide to drive it down the road in order to take off. Its steering is not what I imagined, and I went straight into a fucking tree and took quite a bit of health out of me. So that's my first tip, which is make sure you have a clear runway as you take off in the microglider. The other thing to mention is the microglider is a bit of a bullet magnet. I seem to attract more bullets than most, a bit like the amphibious vehicle, but microglider is especially attractive to people. I still need to do some improvements on my landing. This one was a little bit hard. After attempting to land on the hospital in Erangel, I decided to use the beach. I tried to get closer to the houses. I failed, so I had to fly a little bit further to get there. More practice required. My top tips for the glider. Well, first thing is there's no petrol in the glider, so I recommend you get at least 1 or 2 petrol cans, at least one, otherwise you're not going anywhere. Another note is that this road on Erangel off to the west is where I noticed to find the most microgliders. I travel here at 4 times real time in my bike. But anywhere along this road I found numerous microgliders. It tends to always have one here. So get a bike and go down that road as fast as you can. Fill it up with petrol. And then find a safe and free of tree area to take off on. Fasten your seatbelt. Put your seat rested forward and enjoy the flight. I conducted a few tests while flying on the microglider. The 2 questions were if I was able to shoot from the microglider in a John Woo fashion, aka moving into the back seat and then firing from there. As you can see in the video, successfully attempted to fire from the back seat multiple times. I enjoyed this. Here I am shooting at the school. That's not very politically correct of me, but you get the point. It works, you can reload the weapons. Another test I wanted to do was I wanted to see if I could throw some grenades out. I kind of knew this would work. Hop into the back seat, boot up your grenade and fire it out. Now remember, you got to get back into the driver's seat or pilot seat and get the engine started, but you have plenty of time to do this continuously. I tried a bit of air-to-air combat and then took the glider into a stall. It's pretty easy to do if you're trying to do the steep incline, so remember, just keep an eye on where your nose is pointed, or find a safe place to come down and then take off again quickly. Air-to-air shooting with the scope is pretty difficult, so I just went with the hip aim and don't think I landed 1 bullet at all. Now, another test I wanted to do was if I could refuel from air. That is not possible to do that, so you're going to have to look to see if you can find a safe place to land the glider. Slightly better landing here, a bit more controlled this time. Try to stay away from people because they will kill you and take your glider. Fuel up once you're on the ground. It's fairly quick. Or I thought it was fairly quick. I was fairly slow. You have to shut the engines off, fuel up, and then take off. Again, try avoid the trees and try avoid the oncoming snipers. They want your glider. I don't think I landed one bullet in this attack. Thanks for watching.